Hello, everyone. Happy Friday, happy Saturday, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another episode of Wealthy Affiliates Live Training. Hey, my name is Jay, and tonight we're going to continue mastering the basics of niche research for 2025 and beyond. Tonight, it's all about class number 3, researching keywords within your niche. Once again, you are watching another Wealthy Affiliate premium class, and I welcome you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you're well and everything is awesome on your corner of the planet. So we got a little bit of a glitch in the matrix. Once again, we're trying to iron out the bugs, but fortunately, we've got the YouTube channel as a backup, so that's cool. You know, whatever works, right? So. Just a reminder that if you have any questions when we get to live Q&A or throughout the broadcast, but to please ask your question inside of WA, okay? Because I don't have the window to the YouTube chat where I can see it, so I won't be able to see your messages in the YouTube chat. Okay, so yeah, I know it's a little bit of an inconvenience bouncing from browser tab to browser tab, but yeah, so all good. But we've got this, so let's go ahead and get ourselves rolling, shall we? Hope you guys are doing good. But it's funny because last week the stuff that we were testing worked seamlessly, and then this week. There were some changes that were made and just kind of ironing those out. All good though. All right, let's go ahead and jump to it. All right, here we go. Alrighty, there we go. Class number 3. So for those of you who don't know who I am, hello, my name is Jay. My username is Magi Studios, and I am your Wealthy Affiliate Live Training Coach. Happy to be here. Happy to be hanging out with you tonight. Here's what we got on the menu. An overview of researching keywords within a niche. The difference between a niche and a keyword, sometimes people get mixed up with those, and that's what I'm here to do today, is to decipher the difference between the two. And then what to look for in a keyword. Oftentimes, when you're starting to get into this world of blogging and content creation and stuff, and it's like, well, what do I have to do with this keyword? What do I look for in a keyword that's going to actually, get traffic and ultimately get sales? And then we're going to kind of pick up off of what we did last class, and I'm going to give you my keyword research spreadsheet. And then we're going to kind of jump in and continue where we left off last time, and we're going to do some keyword research within a niche live. I'll show you a variety of different methods, and then, of course, we'll wrap up with our world-famous, award-winning live Q&A session. All right. So, an overview of researching keywords within a niche. Do you guys remember the 4 Ps? The 4 Ps. Do you remember those 4 Ps we talked about last class, and class number 1 too, right? So just a reminder, it's popularity, problem, products, and profitability. So what does that all mean, right? So what this all means is, this is what we were looking for when we were finding a niche, right? Is the niche popular? Does the niche have problems? Are there products available for this niche? And also, are the affiliate programs profitable? So when it comes to looking for a keyword within the niche, you want to have a general idea that these still exist within the keyword. They don't have to match. Like all 4 Ps don't have to match a keyword. So for example, how to install a resin countertop in a small kitchen. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be a profitable keyword, but it might be solving a problem, and it might solve a popular question, right? That might be a popular question. And the popularity part is where we do the keyword research. It's where we learn if something is popular by looking at numbers using the tools that we have inside of WA, primarily Jaaxi. Okay. So just a reminder, popularity, problem, products, and profitability. Okay. The other thing we want to look at in terms of the different kinds of keywords are commercial intent type keywords. Okay. And which means content with the intent to sell something, product reviews, Amazon roundups, buy my product, things like that. And then there's our example of the Sony Alpha Cinema Camera review. So that would be a commercial intent keyword, Sony Alpha FX3 Cinema Camera review. Okay. Because the intent, so when someone's Googling or searching that keyword, their intent is to possibly buy it. Okay. So this is keyword type number one. So commercial intent keyword. Commercial or keyword number two would be informational intent. For example, content with the intent to help or aid someone. Okay. Such as how-to guide, like how to install resin countertops in a small kitchen. 10 ways to do something. So kind of like a listicle style thing, troubleshooting an issue, and other elements like that, right? So for example, how to customize Sony FX3 video settings, right? That's our example of informational intent. Now, why do informational intent keywords? Well, those are really important because those are the type of keywords that get asked often inside of places like Pinterest, Facebook, other sources of social media, Reddit as well. So when people are asking informational intent, you can jump in there and become the expert, save the day, and they might subscribe to you. They might buy from you from another page. Maybe you have a list building tactic in there. But yeah, it basically builds you as an authority. Okay. So let's talk about the difference between a keyword and a niche. Like, is there actually a difference? Well, yes, there is. So to put it simply, a niche is like a category, and a keyword is like the article. Or another analogy would be a niche would be a recipe, and the keyword would be the ingredients. Or we can go even further and say that the niche would be the recipe book, and then the keyword would be a specific recipe in the cookbook. Okay. So that is the main difference between a niche and a keyword. By now, in this, if you're watching this in a sequential order, right, with today being class number 3, you should already have chosen a niche. Even if you have an existing site, that niche should already be chosen, and then you should start to be searching or hunting or mining, or whatever you want to call it, for keywords. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm just going to post that. Just going to post the link to the YouTube channel again. So, all right. Cool. So hopefully that makes sense for people, right? So niche is like the category. A keyword is kind of like the article. And if you think about WordPress, your websites, how it's built, it really is built by category, article. All right. All right. Now, what the heck to look for in a keyword? So, if you remember, we talked about commercial intent and informational intent, right? So those are the two types of keywords. Now, I get this question asked a lot. Jay, what is the ratio between informational and commercial intent? And there really is no specific ratio. Just be aware that it's the commercial intent keywords that are ultimately going to earn you affiliate sales. Okay. primarily affiliate sales. Informational intent might earn you what I like to call secondary affiliate commissions or affiliate sales. Because if someone's saying like how to install resin countertops in a small kitchen, and you write about that and you say, well, you actually need a really good drill. This Ryobi drill, it's great, it's rechargeable and this and that, and you got an affiliate link there, you might actually, get an affiliate sale. Or you might even say something like, hey, just letting you know this, here's my review of the rechargeable Ryobi drill, which then sends people to the actual review, which is a commercial intent type of article. Okay. So that's the main difference between the two. Those are the two really important things. But if you were looking for a ratio of how many informational intent to commercial intent articles / keywords, try doing 10 informational for every 1 commercial intent. Okay. Now before we move on, I do want to say something here. So the question is, how many keywords should you be targeting in an article? I'm going to give you a moment to answer that question in there in the live chat. How many should we focus on, right? Take away. How many keywords should we focus in an article? It doesn't matter if it's an informational article or it's a commercial intent article, okay? All right. Way to go, Sonia. Way to go, Sonia. Let's head back. Head over here. Sonia did it. One keyword you are targeting. One. Very good, Robert. Yes, exactly. 1 keyword per article. You want to be targeting. Very good. Excellent, M. Brownie. Maureen, I think. Maureen. Yeah. So, yeah, 1 keyword. 1. That's it. Very good, Scott. Excellent. Okay, good. I'm glad we've got that covered. Very good. Thank you for taking the time to head over to the heading over to WA tab. Let's head back over to the YouTube tab now. Come on over. Come on back over. All right. There we go. Okay, so let's kind of break this down on just a little bit, right? So, if you remember content with the intent to sell something, and I know I'm driving this commercial intent and informational intent slide to you often, but there is very good reason for that because these are really, really important. Okay. So for example, Sony Alpha FX3 Cinema Camera Review is a commercial intent keyword. Informational intent, content with the intent to help, how-tos, X amount of ways to do something, troubleshooting an issue. My example is how to customize Sony FX3 video settings. And that's really what it's all about, okay? So moving forward, I'm excited to jump into the live part here. 1 second. But yeah, so let's talk about my keyword research spreadsheet. Now, if you guys remember last class, we ended up creating a spreadsheet using AI, remember? Which actually reminds me, has anyone here who watched last class and actually did their homework, is there anyone here that named their ChatGPT? Because if you remember, we used Chappy, that's my ChatGPT, and Chappy was able to develop the suggested listicle articles, right? And it gave us this Pinterest appeal. Now, if you recall, I've been doing a lot of focusing on Pinterest as a primary source of traffic, or a really large portion of traffic. And because the way my philosophy here is, if you build something with the intent of traffic from other places, the search engines will see this and go, oh, Well, that's pretty popular. well, let's go rank this because there's a lot of great traffic. So, you know, was it if you build it, they will come. So this is my spreadsheet, right? That Chappie gave me. Is a keyword the same as a key phrase? Yes. So a key phrase is a keyword. The way we just kind of merge it into one. Grammatically speaking, a key word is one word. A key phrase is several words in the key word. But when I say a key word, I would say like if it's a sentence, right? Or if it's like, Sony FX3 camera review, that would be the keyword, right? But grammatically speaking, it's a key phrase. My chat GPT is nameless. Oh, I've named the different chat GPTs. I have different names based. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's all good. It's all good. Cool. Okay. So continuing on with this spreadsheet. So let me jump over into. So let's jump on over into, now it's a little early to actually do this, but head over here. So this is the spreadsheet live. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add things in column D and E and so on and so forth, because what we do want to do is we want to create these new little sections. So if I go target keyword, and then if I go, search volume like that, now I have two little sections that I can add based on this information. Because if I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. There we go. So here, row number 2, maximize storage in tiny kitchens with clever hacks. The suggested listicle title, Genius Hacks to Maximize Storage in Your Tiny Kitchen. So the target keyword would be, let's say, tiny kitchen storage. Okay, now search volume, we would have to jump over into Jaxie to be able to do this, but we're not going to do that yet. Well, we will in just a few minutes here, but okay, because you got to remember, like an article doesn't, once upon a time, our target keywords had to match the title and all that kind of stuff. So it very well might be where I have to change the listicle title to this, but we'll get into that presently. Okay. But this is how I use the spreadsheet. Is I use this that I essentially had ChatGPT create for me, right? Chappie, which I got from my hub. You remember I made a hub. I exported the hub, popped it in GPT, in Chappie, and it outputted some stuff, and then it outputted the data here. So now we just continue on with what we've been using. Okay. Cool. All right. And that is how you do it. Yeah, pretty much, Terry. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Chatty. Yeah. There is a way, there's a, like, you have to use, I think it's the premium chat GPT is I don't know if you can do it with the free one, but I think you can do it. Here's the easiest way to do this is you open up a new conversation and you tell it, you say, I would like to rename you this. Please update your memory so that you remember this in perpetuity. Say something like that, and then it will know its name. All right. So now that we have all the slides done, let's do this live. Let's go ahead and research keywords within Anish live. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to continue on with our fun little kitchen spreadsheet that we used. Small kitchens. Okay. So I'm going to jump into the WA for 1 second here. One moment. Jump into my hub. so many hubs. It's crazy. All right, so let's jump in. Here we go. All right, so here I am in ZHub. Oh, thanks, Scott. That's great information. Scott said in chat that he'd named his with the free GPT. Outstanding. Good stuff. Okay, so let's jump on over here and let's take a look at our stuff. So here's all our stuff, right? So if we take a look here, right, look, 10 innovative storage ideas for small kitchens. We go to our spreadsheet. I'm going to unpin now. There we go. Right, and we go back and we take a look at it here. Right, maximize storage in tiny kitchens. That's essentially what we did. So if I were to just click on this thing, which is the Jaxi thing, see here? See, it's giving me ideas. And if I went view keyword data in Jaxi, like this, it should open up Jaxi. And you see here, it's giving us the blog, the topic or the article, which we're not going to get any results, but we will get additional results here. Okay. Now, if we go back to our spreadsheet and we go tiny kitchen storage, I'm going to copy that keyword and I'm going to jump over into the Jaxi and I'm going to search that individually because I want to get an idea if that's a worthwhile keyword. I actually, and then I'll talk a little bit about QSR, but okay. So we can see here that tiny kitchen storage gets about 64 searches a month. Tiny kitchen storage ideas gets 144 searches a month, which is actually pretty good. Now we don't have any data on QSR yet. So here is the solution. Watch. So I'm going to head over to the Google machine. I'm going to search this in quotes. Okay, so just so you see here, I'm going to search it in quotes. I'm doing QSR old school way, the original way, the OG way. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to this little part here at the bottom. And I'm going to press the last number, which is number 2. And I'm going to see here. And you'll see here, in order to show you the most relevant results, we have omitted some entries very similar to the 10 already displayed. This number 10 represents our average QSR, our average quoted search result. If you think about what I just did is I did a quoted search result, right? I put my target keyword in quotes and then I saw and I went to the end of Google, right, for that search, and it gave me a number, and it's saying, you know what, there's 10 search results right now. So that is good. So it's a QSR of 10. So if we take a look at our search data, 144 searches a month and QSR of 10. So that's a pretty darn good keyword. So we want to update a couple things in our spreadsheet. Right? So we want to go tiny kitchen storage ideas and our search volume, we're going to pop that in there. And there we go. So I'm going to zoom that out just a little bit. There we go. So you see there? And that is how you do keyword research 2025 and beyond, right? When Google won't give us our data, because this isn't Jaxi's fault. This is not WA's fault. This is Google's fault. Google is not showing us the QSR in the tool. I mean, I'm not going to geek out about it, but yeah, it's basically they've changed something on their end that makes it hard to get the data. So there you go. But there's still the old school way, right? That's exactly what I just did. All right. Cool. Okay. So there you go. So now if I jump in back into my spreadsheet, I'll do another one. Okay, so here's another one. Best compact kitchen appliances for small spaces. So I'm going to look at compact kitchen appliances as the possible keyword. Okay, so let's jump back over into our Jaaxy. Now this one will be interesting because this one has more commercial intent. So I think there'll be a lot more search results, but let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's check it out. So I'm just going to jump into the Google machine. Let's pop that in there. Now here's a really good thing. What do you notice right now when I put that in there? It's Google's like answering it for me, very similar to Pinterest, right? So Google is saying compact kitchen appliances for small kitchens might be something you might want to consider doing. So, you know, it's literally saying you might want to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and let's pop it in quotes. Let's jump on down here. All right, there we go. Look at that, 6. So we've got our QSR for that. Now here's the neat thing is this title, you know, we didn't put that in Jaaxy, but let's just for fun, let's look at it in Jaaxy. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a new, let's close these guys down. Let's pop it in. There we go. So I see there's Angela's asking, when I search the keyword compact kitchen appliances, I got QSR. Yeah, so basically that's the thing is sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, right? I think it really does depend if it's in Jaaxy's database already. That's, you know, but basically I'm showing you the QSR is an approximate number, whether you get it through Jaaxy through the QSR here, like you can see right there, we see it right there, or you get it through the OG method, right? Going to the Google machine. It's a gauge, it's a metric, right? So we could see QSR there says 54, and we could see here it said, I think it was 10, right? Yeah. The biggest point here is that it is below 100. But it's a very valid question. Unfortunately, you know, the search engines have changed the game on us, so we have to adapt, and this is us doing adapt, right? So you know, little grain of salt with these numbers, if you will. So, but let's go ahead and jump in and let's take out that 4 small kitchens. And let's take a look here. Let's go down. See, look. See, when I took out it's not as much of a long tail. There's a lot more to go through. So if I hit that 10, there might be, go down to the bottom. You see how it added 4 more? And it might do that for a little while. Okay, there we go. All right, it says 140 QSR. Okay, so that's a little high, but I think it's worthwhile, right? I'm audacious, right? Remember, it's the year to be audacious. So what was our search volume for that? 468. So we're going to head over here and we're going to type in 468. Now, my philosophy is once you've done your research in here and you know QSR is a ideal one, meaning like, you know, this keyword is attainable, you don't need to write down your QSR or your OG QSR right here, right? You now know, I now know I can write tiny kitchen storage ideas, and I can write about compact kitchen appliances, and know that, you know, it's a good one. So makes sense, right? Yeah, ideally, the higher your SEO score, the better, and then the lower the QSR, the better. Okay, um, you know, depending on how proficient you are at writing content in a SEO friendly manner, but still, you know, user experience friendly, um, you ideally want to have under 100, right? But if you have more experience at this stuff, you can aim higher if you want. All right, we'll do one more here. Okay, we'll do one more. Small kitchen design ideas. There's our next one. Small kitchen design ideas. So we pop it right there. Boom, done. Let's jump back into the Jaaxy. We can remove that. By the way, if you didn't know, Jaaxy has a place or a way to store your keywords. You can actually create a list, and you can export that list as well with the data. Oh, look at this. Okay, so here we go. This will be interesting. Small kitchen design ideas. Look at that. 8,893 searches a month. All right, so let's jump on over into the Google machine. Let's take a look. Now let's actually see what it does here. On a budget, very small, it says. All right, let's first take a look and let's see what we got here. All right, go to the bottom. See how I got to keep doing it? There we go. Okay, 216. So that is probably too high. There we go. So 216 QSR. Jump on over here. So let's jump in here and let's take a look what it said here. Okay. So on a budget, so small kitchen design ideas on a budget. There you go. So let's try that. And see, it still has the same search intent, small kitchen design ideas. All right, 11, it says 11. So let's just jump on here, and I'm sure it says here, but it says budget right there. On a budget. Okay, so we've got a less than 10 result there. So what that basically means is that it's not a very popular keyword search. Now, let's pay attention here, okay? So here's what we did, is we added the words or appended on a budget for keyword research, okay? So, and we now know that there are not that many people searching for that exact phrase. But what we do know is there are a good dose of people searching for small kitchen design ideas. Okay. Now, if you remember how I said that Pinterest is the strong game here, where we're trying to focus on Pinterest, that word ideas is really, really good. So we can actually create an article, target small kitchen design ideas, but the article could be called, 10 small kitchen design ideas on a budget. So we're kind of creating the best of both worlds, where we might not rank for small kitchen ideas right away because it has a higher QSR, from what we saw, but eventually it might rank. At first it'll rank for that because that's easy to rank for because it has not that many search volume, thus not that much QSR, like nice low QSR. To me, those are great keywords to go after. So, and then we can create a Pinterest campaign. Like if I went over and I did this, so like here, I'm gonna go quickly, just go into a tool that I use to find keyword research data. Okay. All right. So if I go here, small kitchen design ideas, there we go. 14,949 searches for small kitchen design ideas in Pinterest. So then we know that small kitchen design ideas on a budget is a really good thing to go after. So let's update the keyword a little bit in our spreadsheet. And I'm just going to put in brackets like this. And what that means, I'm just going to stretch that out a little bit. Zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. There you go. So when I put something in brackets, I know the exact strategy that I'm doing. I know that the search volume, so let's actually go back to our small kitchen design ideas. See there we get our QSR, So that's the thing, is like either it's founded in the database or Google allowed it. It's like them playing Nicky Nine Doors. Where they're kind of ringing the doorbell and running away. They're being mischievous. All right, 8800. So 8893. Let's update our spreadsheet. 8893. Okay, there we go. And that is how it works. Is you basically build this based on our hubs, which is exactly what we did, right? We copied it. Right here, actually here it is. These are here, right here. So, right, we went copy to clipboard. We went into our into Chappy, and it created the post ideas and things like that, and we exported it to a spreadsheet. And now we are just adding on to this spreadsheet by doing our initial keyword research. Okay. Now, what what might happen is we might change these listicle titles to match our target keyword search intent. It is okay to have titles a little bit different than the actual target keyword. Okay. Yeah, Google playing keep away with the data. No kidding. It's quite annoying. But you know what? Adapt. That's basically my philosophy, is that, when eliminate the toxicity in your life. So, and they tend to be a little toxic now again. So, and really this is why I'm focusing more on other areas such as YouTube and Pinterest and Facebook. These are like, if you look at Vitali right now, our resident expert, he's been doing the WA shorts, video shorts. And if you saw, like, his growth in Facebook has been, immense. It's been really, really good. So, if you think about that, and he's posting reels, like, I don't know, like twice a day or something, he has the resources, meaning he has the videos to do that. But you can easily do a reel every 2 days and capture that growth. Okay, so there you go. That is exactly how you do it. Isn't there a song? This is how you do it. All right, so let's jump into our world famous live Q&A session. So if you have any questions, feel free to jump in. And remember, please jump into the WA live chat, not the YouTube chat, because I am not looking at that. So ask away in there. Gotta go feed my family. His son just walked in. Great class. Gonna rewatch it. Terry, make sure you look at my reply to your Instapot chicken soup and look at the keyword searches, the volume, the data that I found for you. Enjoy. Bon appetito. Scott mentions, sometimes you see -10 in the first two columns and QSR shows 0, but the SEO is 84. Yeah, I mean, the way I look at the whole keyword research thing is it's a little bit of a smoke and mirrors type of thing, because I mean, we could put together the world's best keyword research tool. I do think Jaxi does a really good job at that, because it takes a lot of really complicated math and data and it puts it in a really simple format. Does it get it right every single time? No, because it relies on the data that it feeds, that the search engines feed Jaxi. So it's not a perfect system per se, but you can get a really good gauge and a really good idea whether a keyword is good or not based on that data, right? So when I see as to what what Scott mentioned, when I see data like that, I then go into Google and I look at the search results. I then go into Pinterest and I look at the search results in Pinterest to see if it's popular, if there's some really good quality content in there, and so on and so forth. And then I go, that looks like a good keyword. It's worth creating an article about. And now with WA's new article designer and the templates implemented, just get a bunch of credits and off you go. It's totally worth it. I like the way you explained it in earlier by looking at Google with extra words. Yes, I think it's really important that Google dropdown. I think that's like it's like the secret key that it's giving us content creators, so that it's literally saying, hey guys, this is what people are actually searching for based on what you are typing at this moment. Near the start, did you use something like 10 informational per one commercial intent key phrase? Yes, Robert, that's what I said. So every one commercial intent article, you write 10 informational articles. It's not a hard metric that I go after, but I think, a lot of people need to rely on some of those numbers, but yeah. Yeah, for sure, Michael. Michael's mentioning another thing you never know is what keywords will rank for. Search engines may send you traffic on things that, yeah. And I'm not going to give away too much for next week, but that is kind of something I'm going to be talking about, or it is something I'm going to be talking about in the next class, where you could take your data, like once you've written your article and you've got it up there running and so on and so forth, you're going to get stats back. You're going to come, you're going to go into your search console and your Bing Webmaster Tools, and you're going to get keyword data. And it might very well be that it's not the keyword you're targeting, but something else you're targeting, or in addition to. And you go, oh, there you go. That's a good idea, right? So. Let's see. Maureen. Yes. So Maureen's asking, this is a really good question. When writing an article, can you use more than one of your keywords, or should you focus on just one? I really do recommend just focusing on one, because if you think about your audience who's reading it, and if they're looking for something within the if the search intent has to be very narrow, right? Meaning, so if I'm looking for a Sony FX3 camera review, I don't need to know the camera settings yet. So I don't need to, I just want to learn about everything that's available. So keep that in mind. Okay. When we click the J symbol in Hubs, it shows primary keywords. Yes. This post can rank for in search engine. Actually, it's really useful for finding keywords. Yeah, I agree. It's another good little place. I like to go into the Jaaxi environment, which is exactly the steps that I did in tonight's class. Looking forward to seeing next class, learning how to see what my articles are ranking for. You know what? I'll show you right now. I'll do it in just 1 second here. Brenda. Hey, Brenda, what's going on? Are past recordings available on YouTube? No. We're just broadcasting on here for now because there was a glitch in the matrix. All the past recordings are just in WA, so keep that in mind. I hear a lot about long tail keywords. Will you be talking about that in a later class? Yes, but long tail keywords are just keywords that just have more words in it, right? So for example, how to adjust camera settings in FX3 for mobile filming. So that's very long tail, right? Is it okay to add commercial call to action at the end of an informational article? Absolutely, Andy. It's really best to use your judgment. You know your niche better than anyone else because you've been writing about it. So if you think there is a commercial intent, and that commercial intent or call to action doesn't always have to be like an affiliate link. It could be a list building techniques, get them to join your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, your pin, whatever, right? So yeah. I sometimes click on the J in my hub and it takes me to an error page. Well, stop breaking the internet, Scott. Sometimes if you just refresh the page, it should work. Okay, Angela was asking about, I'll show you right now. All right, hold on. Stand by. I gotta jump into Search Console. I'm gonna go to a website that is not my secret website. I'll just do the film site. All right. Okay, so here I am inside of Search Console. Okay, and this is for the film site. And if I go to search results, now yours might say performance, right, instead of search results. Go here. And if I scroll down, let's do 28 days. Let's set our filter right there, 28 days. Now you can see here are all my keywords, okay? See all my keywords. But let's say I want to know what post, like a post that I have, I want to know what it is also ranking for, okay? So here's actually a really great example. Intertextuality examples right there. I want to know, I know the article because that's one of the more recent articles. I want to know what other keywords that article is ranking for. So I'm going to create a filter. Watch this. So to make it easy, I'm going to go to the site. I'm going to go to now. Oh, this is actually a really great example. So I have two articles that have the word intertextuality. So I don't know which one they mean. So I like which article is ranking for that. So I'm going to click on the keyword. Okay, so I'm actually going to click on it like this, like that. Okay, now what is it showing me? It's showing me the actual article. It's saying the top page. So it's saying intertextuality examples in movies. So it is showing me that this is the URL that it's ranking for. Okay, great. But wait. I want to see what other keywords it's ranking for. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on the page, right? I'm going to click on it. Now you'll notice here at the top, there is two filters. One says query, one says page. I'm going to get rid of the query and watch what happens. Look. So it's showing me all the keywords that one article is ranking for. or at least is showing up, right? And look, there's a total of 40, it says. All of those. I'll show you one more time, and I'll show you with a different article. So let's take a look. Let's see if, let's actually do this one. So I want to take this article. I want to see what it's like, what keywords are ranking for in Google. Okay. So let me just reset everything. I'll just go to overview, go back to search results, reset the filters, and I'll go 28 days. Okay. Now I'm going to add a filter myself. So it says add filter, page, and I'm going to paste that in there, right there. Now I tend to like to do this. Just put the slug in like that. I press apply. Okay, so there's nothing. I mean, it showed a little love here, a couple Madonna cones, but that's about it. Okay, good to know. So then I'm going to go back and let's go to, let's see if David Lynch got any love here from Google. So I can now change this and I can just go here like that. Hey, all right, good. David Lynch got some love. So there you go. So that is how you do that. Okay, hope that helped. I notice your list numbers are both were odd. Yeah, I like odd numbers. I'm an odd guy. So I'm working on a new category. Is it better to get index and then add affiliate links? Yes. This is my first class of 10 this year. Welcome. In which class did you talk about AI using the spreadsheet? Class number 2. So the one previous to this one. You're welcome, Angela. Yeah, it's a nifty little tool. All right, so let's talk about homework. So, are you guys ready for some homework? Good. I want you to find 5 keywords using this method, okay? 5 keywords. So if you've been doing the spreadsheet thing, you've been following along, find 5 keywords, because I mean, you have 10 article ideas in your spreadsheet. Find 5, do the method I just showed you, and go from there. Okay? Excellent. All right, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Keep yourselves out of trouble, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.